Fake news. Fake news. Everything you want to hear and a list of things to fear. Sit on down, you'll need a beer. Fake news. Will they ever be called out? That's what this is all about. Reading stories, laugh and shout. Starring Willow, Madmartigan,
Shaniqua,
and your host, LUKA.
Daddy's not mad. I'm just disappointed.
The following stories were published by organizations masquerading as legitimate news outlets. And I know what I'm talking about, because I get all my information from a guy on YouTube!
And they're getting their news from very reliable sources. This is fine. America's totally not absolutely and utterly cooked.
What's up, fruity bitches? It's LUKA RAY JOY and...
Madmartigan.
Shaniqua. Willow.
Alright, and Willow, can you see the screen at all?
No, not even a little.
Okay, can you shuffle your chair over? Because this is going to be inclusive of my beautiful, bodacious
Chair,
wife.
shuffle.
Just come sit real close to me.
Yeah, sit on Shaniqua's lap, it's fine.
No comment. Can we just cut that part?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Alright, so it's the same old fake news, and I've done my absolute best to keep Willow in the dark on these, even though my mouth tends to rattle off about politics and news all day long, so hopefully she hasn't heard any of these.
I love my life. Luka, you've got a great mouth.
I've been told.
What? On both accounts? What?
Trump says he'll deport U.S. citizens convicted of crimes in a heartbeat if legal. It's no different than a prison system, except it would be a lot less expensive, he added, and it would be a great deterrent to send them to other countries, he said. We'll have to find out the legality. I'm just saying, if we had the legal right to do it, I would do it in a heartbeat, he added. I don't know if we do or not. We're looking into that right now. Do you think Trump is talking about deporting legal citizens of the United States?
No. Oh, legal citizens?
Yeah, legal.
No.
Willow says no.
See, but it's legal citizens that have committed crimes.
Where would he send them? They're from here.
Back to their homeland.
They're from here. It says they're legal citizens.
I don't know. I think that it could be true.
False.
All right, let's see. Let's shake out the truth. It's real. He said that.
Yes.
Now,
God help us.
Now,
What?
is he actually going to go through on that? How serious was
Where would
he?
he send them?
Other countries were offering to house our inmates of like certain serious crimes. Yeah,
That article gave me an ulcer.
yeah,
Did you hear that, Donald Trump? You gave me an ulcer.
yeah. Whether you agree with the article or not, most people only read the titles. And someone who has a more liberal leaning would read that article and think, okay, well, I could be deported even though I was born here.
Okay, let's move on.
Sorry. 3 women accused of running an elder fight club among dementia patients in North Carolina. McKay Tyson's and Jordan's alleged encouragement of fights among residents happened in June and resulted in one resident being strangled and her face turning red, while the staff recorded and shared the video through social media, a State Division of the Health Service Regulation report found. One of the 3 women was heard telling an elderly resident with dementia who was fighting another resident to punch her in the face, the state report said, citing a video of the incident. Another staff member could be heard saying, "Are you recording? You gonna send it to me?" the report said. The women themselves became physically aggressive with the residents, the report said, and the video shows one of them assaulting a resident while another filmed the incident. Willow, true or false?
Make sure there's no dog.
Can I go last? I went.
Sure, you know what? Let's start with Madmartigan. He did last time. True or false?
He wasn't listening.
No, I was listening. I'm going to say false with this one. Because I feel like if the Golden Fight Club was happening, that would have made much bigger headlines and been a lot of places.
Okay, fair enough.
You mean the Golden Girls Fight Club?
No, I mean the Golden Fight Club. It did not say specifically that it was only women. It just said the women.
3 women accused
It
of
was a
running the
joke.
fight club.
It
Yeah.
was a joke? Oh my gosh.
It's fine. I'm not funny.
Shaniqua, true or false?
I'm gonna say false.
Okay, alright.
I guess I'll go with the crowd and also say false.
If it's true, these people are heathens.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
I need help. I need an adult.
That article
Luka,
gave
we
me
need an
ulcer.
adult.
It's getting better.
We're all gonna
I
have
have a
ulcers by the end of this
second
episode.
ulcer.
NBC News, Mississippi lawmaker introduces contraception begins at erection. Mississippi State Senator Bradford Blackman, a Democrat, introduced a bill this week that would seemingly ban men from masturbating or engaging in sexual acts that they have not have the intent to fertilize an embryo. The bill, entitled Conception Begins at the Erection, would make it unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo. It includes exceptions for sperm donation and using contraception to prevent fertilization. The bill, introduced on Monday, would impose a fine of $1,000 for the first offense, $5,000 for the second, and $10,000 for any subsequent offense. In the statement, NBC affiliate WLB of Jackson, Blackman referred to the high number of state legislative bills introduced in the recent years that target women's access to reproductive rights and care, specifically abortion and contraception. Those seem to be as motivating factors.
So does this mean that rubbing the pole and flicking the bean is illegal?
Just for men.
Just for men?
I believe it's just men.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that makes sense because women don't get erections.
Generally speaking.
I'm gonna say this is not true.
Okay, let's go false. Willow?
I'll go false too.
False, and you say?
I'm going to go false, but Luka, I swear if all of these are true, this episode is going to give me hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids and ulcers.
What about an ulcer?
No, I gotta be different. Hemorrhoids.
Hemi twins.
Hemis,
It's real.
Yeah.
Oh my Lanta.
Oh my
Dude, are all these just real?
Luka, you can never move there.
Newsweek. Newsweek.
Mississippi's off the table.
Trump's boomer moment. Confused search leads to Fetterman spotlight on Truth Social. In a classic display of generational tech confusion, President Donald Trump has inadvertently shown a spotlight on Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman by mistakenly posting about him on his own social media platform, Truth Social. Sources close to the situation indicate that Trump was attempting to search for Fetterman, the first Democrat senator to join Truth Social last year, but instead, the president posted his shortest post on the platform, John Fetterman, which is misspelled. Fetterman, on his part, responded with humor, posting, "Thanks for the shout out, Mr. President."
Oh shoot, I forgot to listen. Hang on.
Wait, hold on. Did that say last year?
Yeah, to join late last year, and I don't see the date for this article, so it could have been.
Last year he wasn't president.
So it could have been his previous term, or I don't know.
I'm gonna go with false.
I'm gonna go with false because one of these has to be false.
Okay, all right. And you say?
True.
Okay. And the answer is false.
Really? Really? Out of all these, really? Really? Now? Really? Do not.
Oh my goodness. Excuse you.
Today's episode is brought to you by Claritin. Do not mess with my Captain America, Luka.
Oh my gosh, the New York Post. Anthony Mackie faces backlash for saying Captain America doesn't represent America. In strange take, Anthony Mackie is not a hero to everyone right now. The Marvel actor, 46, is facing online backlash for comments he made about Captain America, The Brave New World, a press event in Rome, Italy on Monday. Mackie, who is taking over the role of Captain America for Chris Evans in an upcoming film, said that he doesn't think the Star-Spangled Hero represents America.
I think that that's true.
Okay.
I'll go true. I feel like he doesn't.
Okay.
He represents America's ass.
True.
I just love Chris Evans' ass.
I'm going to say true, because
Okay.
I believe I read this.
Okay. Yeah, true. All right. The answer is true. Yeah. And I just want to. And I want to add this too. He kind of recapped what he meant, and it made a lot more sense after the fact. That's just the crazy, angry headline that people are going to be like, oh my gosh, why would he say that? The New York Times opinion. It turns out the deep state is actually kind of awesome. As America closes in on a major election, mistrust is brewing around the mysterious government entity that's now denounced in scary-sounding terms, the deep state, the swamp. What do those words even mean? Who exactly do they describe? We went on a road trip to find out, as we met Americans who are being dismissed as public enemies. We discovered that they are just like us. They like Taylor Swift. They dance to Bacta. bachata.
That's not like me. I don't know that.
Bachata. And they go to bed at night watching Star Trek reruns. They go to work and do their jobs, saving us from Armageddon. So, did the New York Times say that yes, the deep state actually exists and it's kind of awesome?
I say yes, that's true.
All right, Willow says true. Shaniqua, you say?
Sure, that's true.
And Madmartigan, you think the deep state is real and it's kind of awesome is a real title of an article?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, it's actually it's a video article thing, but yeah. And it is true. Yes, they said that. The downward spiral continues for Disney's live-action Snow White. New York Post. At this point, that's the default. Each man honestly has to prove they're not a rapist. Rachel Zegler continued. Godot slowly shifted farther away from Zegler as the interview seemed to slowly make the actress progressively less comfortable. Patrick Page has routinely avoided answering questions about his co-stars, diverting the conversation into unrelated aspects of production and his performance as the Magic Mirror. Do you think she said that?
I don't.
Okay.
I think that's fake.
Okay, fake and...
Okay, after listening to the article, no, I don't think it's true. However, the title's real.
True.
Okay, so we got a true and two fakes. The answer, in fact, it's fake.
Thank you, God.
All right, New York Post. Teen's breasts grow triple G-cup size following the COVID vaccinations.
What is the internet?
Concerns not adequately addressed. A 19-year-old woman's breast stunningly grew from a B to a triple G in 6 months following her Pfizer COVID-19 vaccination in what researchers are calling a first-of-its-kind case. The unidentified healthy young woman reportedly stated experiencing rapid growth 1 week after getting vaccinated in September, and it worsened after her second dose. Willow, is that what happened to you?
I knew it.
I'm gonna go with false.
Okay, false.
I'm also going with false.
This seems like an article that Luka would think up in a wet dream.
In a wet dream?
I don't know how he would have thought of this.
I'm gonna draw you
I don't know, Willow. How would he have thought of
what
this?
do you guys think?
I see 2 reasons right in front of me.
My body don't jiggle.
It wiggle wiggle.
All right, the answer is it's true.
Why? I mean, it is also true that Luka is a lover of
Chesticles?
chesticles.
Oh,
But
What makes you say that?
well, Willow.
All right, AP.
Merch on its way.
There's shirts with built-in for other people less endowed.
Merch coming soon.
Willow bras on their way.
All right, AP. The expectations for women surviving Project 2025. To better estimate what the proponents of Project 25 have in store for women in the coming 4 years, we must investigate how they enforce marital roles in their own lives. How are MAGA women treated and expected to act? Usha Vance, attempting to humanize her husband, tells a worrisome story of JD. She forces a smile while recounting a time her husband offered to handle the potato salad for family function. The second lady was ultimately humiliated when her relatives assumed that she was the one who forgot to cook the potatoes for the potato salad. I appreciate him trying to help, but that was the last time I let him cook, she recounted. Moore Shapiro tells another story of weaponized incompetence. Ben seems incapable of separating laundry before washing.
Oh my god, these are the worst stories I've ever heard.
I think it's real.
I just shit my pants. I guess I'll go with real.
Okay.
Let me persuade you.
I
Go get the
am
potato
trying
salad.
very.
Let me go get the potato salad.
I'm trying very hard.
Do you think JD didn't cook the potatoes for the potato salad? Just for like raw ass potatoes?
Like, what else has he got going on? Damn.
Listen, I think this is real. I don't agree at all with this article because every marriage has a he can't fold the laundry, he can't do this, she can't cook, she can't.
That was sexist.
Every relationship has that. The fact this is an article baffles me.
Okay, so everyone put their answers in. Oh, more. Sorry. Living in a world where women are empowered has prevented these men from directly enforcing the standards they believe their wives should live up to. However, their intentional and continuous failure at completing simple tasks for women result in marital dynamics that suit their regressive worldview. Does anyone want to change their opinion or keep it the same?
I'm
it the
still
same.
staying with real, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay.
Okay.
I'll hold.
Hold 'em. The answer is it's fake.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
That-
JD Vance can cook.
Maybe. That's maybe what you should take from that.
I knew he had it all.
Look, it was like, what you need to take away from this is potato salad. He did cook it.
But did you say thank you?
The Hill. Trump. Take the guns first. Go through due process second. President Trump on Wednesday voiced support for confiscating guns from certain individuals deemed to be too dangerous, even if it violates due process rights. I like taking the guns early, like in this crazy man's case that just took place in Florida. To go to the court would have taken a long time, Trump said in a meeting with other lawmakers on school safety and gun violence.
Did Trump say, we're gonna take their guns?
No.
See, I want to say no, but you got me with the first one.
Yeah, no.
But
You did.
Trump is pro-guns.
Yeah, I would say generally he's more pro-gun than the average
So,
person.
Not where I thought this article was. I thought the article was going to be Trump was going to say, take the guns
You know what?
first, get your background check later.
I'm gonna say it's true.
True. Okay, Willis is true.
I'm saying fake.
Okay, we got fake. A true.
Unless he had a Biden moment and got confused.
I'm going to say fake.
He said it.
What?
Wow.
Oh man. He's
Trump administration launches global effort to end criminalization of homosexuality. Berlin. The Trump administration is launching a global campaign to end the criminalization of homosexuality in dozens of nations where it's still illegal to be gay. The U.S. officials tell NBC News a bid aimed in part at denouncing Iran over its human rights record. U.S. Ambassador to Germany Richard Grenell, the highest profile openly gay person in the Trump administration, is leading the effort, which kicks off Tuesday evening in Berlin. The U.S. Embassy is flying in LGBT activists from across Europe for a strategy dinner to plan and push decriminalization in places that still outlaw homosexuality, mostly concentrated in the Middle East, Africa, and the Caribbean. Is he helping to protect the gays?
I'm gonna say it's true, just because I don't think it is.
Okay.
And I've been wrong a couple times now.
this is hard.
Also, would NBC be the one writing this?
That's what's throwing me. What do you say?
Can't believe the words coming out of my mouth. But true.
Okay, alright.
I think I'm having a stroke.
I think I'm also gonna go with true.
Alright. Here comes the answer.
Watch it be fake.
It's true.
Yes.
Pink news, a shifting landscape, politics, identity, and the new conservative conversation. In recent years, our political landscape has been quietly undergoing a transformation, one that is as complex as it is historic. It is no secret that America has long struggled with the culture of exclusion when it comes to certain viewpoints. The irony is not lost on me that the very political transformation we are witnessing now is what has made it possible for me to share my views on a platform like Pink News. Pink News disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this article are solely that of Blair White's and do not represent the worldview of Pink News. Pink News values diverse voices, especially those of trans women who have historically been silenced. Did Blair White write an article for Pink News after Trump was elected? As of February 20th of this year.
No.
Luka, did we make you mad?
No.
I don't believe you because these have gotten significantly harder than the previous episodes.
I used to be able to get most of them right. I don't think so, no.
Okay, Shaniqua, true or false?
I'll go with false.
Okay.
You're just gonna copy her now, aren't you?
I wasn't listening.
It's Pink News. Blair White.
Do you know who Blair White is?
Yeah,
Okay,
got
just making
that.
sure. You don't?
I do know who Blair White is. Thank you very much.
I don't.
I'm well aware
It's
you
a
don't.
little important for this.
A little? It's very important. I'm gonna say true.
All right, and the answer for the final one, it's fake.
I feel like no one won. Luca just won.
I think I
this
won.
episode.
I think I won.
I think Willow won.
I know I did not
By like
win.
a
course you do.
single
I
point.
did not win.
Because you want to win tonight.
The oh,
Oh.
maybe.
Marvin Gaye, get it on.
All right, guys, let me know what you got in the comments, and thanks for playing. Bye.